I have
Yeah.
an anime.
Oh. Which
Kill
one?
La Kill.
Kill la Kill. Has Kill la Kill aged well? Never had to think about this.
Yes. Would it also, if it released today, how much discussion would it have?
Oh my god, this would be like the most controversial thing of the time.
100%.
Twitter would lose their mind.
Naked woman?
I mean, I think it got a fair amount of discussion even way back when in 2013.
Yeah, I think even then, I think it was pushing it for some people.
Yeah.
Like the limit of like what was cool and what was not cool.
Yeah.
Definitely. I mean, Trigger tends to do that, though.
Yeah.
Trigger's like kind of a we don't give a fuck kind of studio in a lot of ways.
I mean, Kill la Kill as a show, I think still 100% holds up.
Yeah.
It is insane that it is one of Trigger's like first big shows. And they kind of just went off the hype of Gurren Lagann, which is another show that I think has aged wonderfully as well. And they're like, you know what? Let's just have Gurren Lagann, but no mechs this time. And everyone is powered by being
Nudity.
it's powered by nudity. That is it.
Yeah. The clothes are holding them back.
Yes. It is going true JRPG armor.
It's about as degenerate as it can get, to be honest.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm always been curious what the modern anime community feels about Kill la Kill. Not just in terms of like the obvious, nudity and whatnot, but like also just like in terms of just like that type of storytelling. Because I don't know. Because I remember when, Kill la Kill back in the day, I remember it, even though, yes, there was, a small group of people who were kind of, making it a contentious topic based on nudity, but like, I feel for the most part, it was pretty universally like loved.
No, it's pretty universally loved.
Yeah, at the time, it was like, I remember everyone was like, it's saved anime.
Yeah.
Do you remember this when everything had to save anime?
No.
Yeah, I do know.
Really?
I'm pretty sure.
I don't remember that.
I remember that.
Really?
Yeah.
Everyone was like, this is saved anime.
Kill la Kill.
Because it's gone too woke, you see. 10, 12 years ago.
Yeah.
No, I think because I can't remember what happened in the late 2000s that people were like, it's saved anime.
So I remember talking about this before.
Sword Online came out.
No.
So there were two things that I missed out. I briefly talked about the season before Free came out, and anime fans were like, "What? Male fan service? What is going on?" I've talked about it in a previous episode, but I forgot another thing that was also happening in the anime community, and that was the invasion of the moe shows.
The moe blob movement.
Yeah, the moe blob movements, thanks to K-On! Where there was just a lot of shows, and it was just cute girls doing cute things.
Yeah, the moe blob slice of life movement.
Yeah,
I remember that.
and that exploded in the early 2010s. And people they were like, "Where's my next action show? Where's my next like fan service show?" And then along comes Kill la Kill, had fan service, but had a legitimate narrative reason for the fan service, as much as you can kind of push it to also kind of say, hey, these girls are wearing very little, but it kind of makes it thematically makes sense in the universe, so we'll give it a pass. But
also the flavor and style of just like the kind of absurdist trigger animation that wasn't a one-for-one to Gurren Lagann, but you could definitely see similarities to it. Like, that was also just mind-blowing for anime fans back in the day. Like, there was no anime that had, other than maybe like Panty and Stocking, there was no anime that even looked and felt like Kill la Kill. And I think that's why people were like, this is the future of anime.
You know the hard part about, when did it come out again? What year did it come out?
2013.
13 years ago.
Yeah.
Wow. So yeah, I watched it as it was airing, which
Yeah.
means I would have been 16, which is crazy, right? Because I remember really liking it, but they were all kind of like my age, which is like a really hard discussion to have. 'Cause it's like my memory of it.
Yeah.
I liked it a lot when I was watching it.
Yeah.
Because it was like hot girls around my age getting naked.
Yeah.
So like, of course, I thought like, yeah, this is the fucking shit.
Yeah, I was, 18 when
And
it
like,
came out?
I wonder, like, if I watched it now, how would I feel watching it now, given that I'm just older? Like, I genuinely don't know, because my memories I have of that of fondness.
I personally think I would still really enjoy it because it's, again, just, maybe I'm just saying this because I'm a fucking trigger simp, but like, what Trigger does really, really well, and why it has such an identity even within the anime industry now, that where there's like God knows how many fucking studios that are coming out, nowadays. It's just that it just has that very unique quality of the creators just being like, we don't really give a fuck how people feel about this, or like how it's, maybe, not consumed, but like, maybe taken in by audiences. We just want to do this because we love the absurdity of it. We love how balls to the walls it is. And that energy you can really feel even in a show like Kill la Kill, and especially in a show like Kill la Kill, which I don't think very many anime even today are able to convey all that uniquely.
No, I mean, in terms of the kind of like the fan service aspect of it, it's almost like kind of like the JoJo fan service.
It doesn't take itself seriously.
Where it pushes the boundary so far and it's so absurdist about it that you just don't take it seriously. But at the same time, you do 100% take it seriously, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
I think even in modern day, God, the discourse around it would be so fucking toxic. But I still think the majority of audiences would vibe with this absurdist like approach to the story and the characters.
But I mean, look, when we discuss things like this, there's a real thing. Oh, dude, it sucks because the online is so fucking run by bots and like absolute extremists who are trying to push like super puritanical views to push like their own views. So anything that doesn't align with that is like being kind of targeted.
Yeah.
And I do think like any kind of like anime like this would just be used as like a thing of like, look at these creeps. Look at what they like. And it's like, I just don't think it's that deep. Like, but the problem is I don't actually think that most anime fans see it that way. But there's a very loud amount of users that make money off of kind of pushing that narrative. That,
of course.
This is disgusting and all that. And like, I'm sure there are scenes in it that are not great now. If I look back and I'm like, I remember the teacher had some sus scenes.
Look, I remember.
I remember the teacher was a bit weirdo.
I will defend a lot of scenes in this show, as as the gooner that I am.
Yeah.
There's a lot of scenes where I'm like, actually no, this narratively makes sense.
Yeah.
There's also a scene where I think the mother fingers like. Did you remember this? No. The mother, what's her name? Satsuki? Was that her name? Wasn't Ryuko and
Satsuki.
Satsuki. Yeah, doesn't like her mum like finger her in the bath or something for a scene?
No, I don't remember.
Do you not remember this?
What? All right, look up Kill la Kill fingering.
Dude, that is absolutely not what it's going to show off.
Evaluating that scene
in episode 16.
in mature content.
Oh, fuck.
So we just...
okay, what happened in this scene? Reddit.
Yeah.
Okay.
I do remember this scene.
No, you've already forgot because...
I don't remember the fingering, though. I do. I saw that screenshot and I was like, I remember this scene, but I don't remember what happens in it.
Okay, TLDR, let's have a look. Why did this happen? Ragia was molesting Satsuki to make her feel uncomfortable being naked, so she'll give herself over to the life fibers and covers to remind her of her humanity, her instinctual desire to serve clothing and cover herself.
Okay, so there's a reason.
There's a reason. Okay.
Well,
there's a narrative reason. This is character development, actually.
Wow.
See, what I always found interesting though was that why was, say, for example, Kill la Kill a target of this kind of like over sexualization and like Gooner bait or whatever?
It was very sexualized.
It was extremely sexual.
and yet, Panty and Stocking wasn't.
Panty and Stocking, despite being sexual, I mean, wasn't.
Panty and Stocking is giga-sexual. They say fuck every 3 words.
But that's not sexual.
Well, I mean, I don't know if you've seen. Have you seen the recent Panty and Stocking?
No, I've seen
season 2. It's like even more vulgar than season 1.
There's an aspect of, dare I say, try-hardness that isn't cool in Panty and Stocking. Am I allowed to say that?
What do you mean?
What do you mean?
It tries a little too hard.
To what?
As they say, it
gratuitous.
insists upon itself to be edgy. And I think it ends up backfiring in the sense of like, it's not that cool.
I disagree.
I disagree with that.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm.
It's kind of, to me.
I think Panty and Stocking is doing the opposite. I think it's going so over the top that no one can take it seriously.
Well, to me,
Yeah, that's what I meant. Like it goes.
But I wouldn't say that's try hard.
Yeah.
But I think it tries too hard to be like, look how different we are. Look how edgy we are. Whereas like Kill la Kill's like the guy's like, I just really am fucking weird and I'm gonna make this show.
Well, I see. I disagree, and here's the reason why.
Sure.
What makes Pantheon Stalking so entertaining to me is because
I'm not saying I wasn't entertained. I'm just saying I don't see it as like, I think that's half the reason why it wasn't like Guna bait.
No, because I feel like the reason is because Pantheon Stalking is how the Japanese creators view American culture.
Oh, right.
Yeah. And it's like they have like the vulgarness and they have the swearing and the sexualization, and it's kind of this weird it's kind of this weird product where it's like trying to emulate like the South Parks and like the raunchy parts of like maybe like South Park, Family Guy, whatever. But it's just not quite hitting that like legitimacy to it. But it's still a very, very entertaining take on it. And I think that's what makes it work.
Fun of itself. I think that's what makes Pantheon Stalking so great.
Also, I think this is a whole nother discussion, but I think when characters like in the show like talk about or like actually have sex with other characters, it's like their stock goes down.
What?
For like fan service and shit. Like, and I think because Pantheon Stalking like have sex with characters like
all the time.
Yeah. I think that's like to some people that makes them less attractive.
So what you're saying is implied sexuality is more offensive than actual sexuality.
Say that again, sorry?
You're saying that the implied sexuality of, say, Kill la Kill, where it's like, oh, girls barely wearing any clothes, but not necessarily doing anything sexual,
I think to a lot of people
is more offensive than actual just characters having sex.
Offensive?
Yeah.
No, as in I think people find that more attractive.
Oh, they find it more attractive.
I think some people find that way more attractive.
No, I get that.
I think when a character has sex on screen, like a lot of people find them not attractive anymore.
Right. So then why? So no, but my question was what like.
Which is why I think
why are people more up in arms about the sexuality of Kill la Kill than as opposed to Pantheon Stalking
when they're younger? I mean, that's the truth. I mean, that's like I guess Pantheon Stalking like adults. It's like pretty made clear relatively that they are. You know, and I guess because they're like younger.
I don't agree with that actually.
Really?
Yeah.
Really? Or maybe is it because they're Western whores?
These Bondi-bled
Western whores, you know, they not my pure Japanese women who have not been defiled by Western ideals.
Yeah, I don't know. This is a question.
My pure Japan.
This is always this question I've had of like, you know, why was one targeted more than the other, even though the other is definitely more sexual.
I would say number one, Kill la Kill was far more popular, and in terms of like culture defining, Kill la Kill was much more in the forefront. Number two, Pantheon Stalking was a comedy show. Primarily, it was primarily making fun of itself and of the culture itself. So there was like no reason to criticize it because it wasn't a narrative that took itself seriously. Whereas Kill la Kill meets this perfect middle ground of if you try to talk about the narrative reason for, you know, them wearing the attire that they did. There is a narrative reason, but it's really hard to defend it without coming off as that fucking guy who defends every sex scene in anime. You know what I mean? It's. I feel.
It's okay. It's like a white guy who tries to explain why he doesn't like sinners without sounding racist. No, it's just like I think it's great. I just for me it really didn't deserve 15 Oscars. You know? Really. No, but there is an aspect to that. Like
there is an aspect to that, but I feel like now even just making my point, I do think that the reason that if you engage with the show itself, the majority of people will still understand that it's just like the loud minority that will have an issue with it.
Of course, yeah.
It's because I'm thinking of like a show that has gone through something similar of a discussion as what Kill la Kill would go through, and that's Chainsaw Man. You talk about some of the more sexual scenes in Chainsaw Man, and on the surface, people are like, "This is what's wrong with anime. This is just Guna bait. Denji is just a Guna." And then people who are actually engaged with the story and characters, they're like, "No, hold on. Denji
there's a reason why this is happening."
I also feel like this is purely, and maybe my tinfoil hat is on here, but I feel like this is purely just a side effect of the times we live in, with the platforms being encouraged to make these kind of posts. I don't think actually anime fans, I don't think there's actually any anime fan that would watch Chainsaw Man and think like, wow, this has gone too far. well, this is too much. Well, this is not good.
They're called tourists.
You know, right? Like I don't. Also, this narrative around tourists is like, just I don't believe it's as prevalent as people want you to believe it is.
Yeah.
I think people like making an enemy. And they've somehow made immigrants in anime. They've just done the same thing again.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I don't like. Actually, if you just go to an anime convention, there's not a single fucking person there that would argue this is inappropriate.
Yeah, no one goes
It's
around looking at the
ridiculous.
cosplays being like, this is inappropriate.
But it's just people who want fucking ad rev on these platforms.
Yeah, of
It's
course.
not real. Like
Yeah.
it's all
They're all
it's all in your head.
yeah.
Yeah, because
They're all
you
bots.
talk to most anime fans don't have an issue.
I've
with this
never
kind of
spoken
thing.
to a single anime fan that has ever been out of the take. Wow, that was really inappropriate. That really,
Yeah.
it's not happened.
It's like the voices here are the extreme sides on both sides, I'd say.
I don't even think
know.
half these sides are real, though. I don't even think they're real.
They might not be real. You're right. Well, I think
I'm sure people have that
I
opinion.
think some are very real, but they are definitely like the loudest voices, and most of the time it's because they
Want to get that Twitter ad rev.
Or it's like what happens is this is almost exclusively a Twitter problem, but it's like they will try to get normies, people who don't watch anime, people who have nothing to do with anime, like they will try to explain, well, this kid gets fucked in this anime, and it's like a way to kind of like be like, hey, look what's going on over here.
Yeah.
Look at these anime.
This
fucking
is a
freaks in there.
representation of all of it, by the way, even though
It's like, that's not, again, it's not nothing to do with it. And I think, unfortunately, it's why I even hate having these discussions. It's like, I don't even think this argument is in good faith. I don't even think people who are arguing for the other aspect of it are arguing in good faith. I think they're arguing for ad rev.
Yeah.
And arguing for Twitter
I agree.
engagement. I don't
agree.
think this is like actually a legitimate opinion. Which is why people get upset about this stuff. I'm like, you are also just trying to get your fucking 5 cents of ad rev. I don't believe you. And that's why, like, on YouTube, you never see these kind of discussions or arguments, right? Almost exclusively, you don't really, except from channels.
They are there, but it's definitely not as much or as prevalent as, front page on your Twitter or stuff like that.
Right.
Yeah.
But again, when it does happen on YouTube, unfortunately, I do think due to the way these websites are structured, where you are almost encouraged to have a really out there opinion, because you get more ad rev, you get more engagement, because people are going to clown on you, because people might be like, I've seen it a couple of times, and I haven't gone in a while, but when I used to go on Twitter, I'd see people posting videos of like a creator they disagreed with to like get people to like clown on him or them, right? And that, I think half the time the creator, they knew full well what they were doing. They're like, hey, I need this to blow up because I need this to be a discussion. Otherwise this video falls flat.
That's true.
So I think you need to really like, when these discussions happen online, you need to really keep in mind when you're being played. And I think a lot of the time we're being played way more than we'd like to admit.
Yeah.
And when you have a discussion about stuff like this, especially when I think there is maybe some legitimate criticism here, it's really tough to have that discussion actually on an online forum. It's like the argument as well when we get into stuff like this. It's like, there's like a genuine like debate in like films and movies. Like, do you need to have scene? Does it need to be shown? Should it be implied? When should it be shown? When should it not be shown? Like this kind of stuff is like genuinely like, I think, an interesting discussion.
Yeah.
And I think there's an argument for both sides, and you as a filmmaker should know. But it's like, I think everyone's watched a couple of movies where you're like, damn, this sex scene was hella long and unnecessary. Like not even from like a creative, like I'm against the vision. It's just like, I get it. It's been 2 minutes. I get it.
The Squid Game season 3.
Yeah, you just like,
I was like, we didn't need to see that.
It's just a lot of moments, and we've all watched a show like that. We all like, did this need to be here?
Yeah. What did this add? Probably nothing.
Yeah, but then I think there's also then another discussion on top of that of like, have we become uncomfortable with sex? Why have we? When I didn't seem to be a problem 30, 40 years ago, it feels like it's been a very new thing that's been pushed
People
on
aren't
us.
having it anymore.
That's true,
Yeah.
but we have been pushed into more puritanical ways.
But you can show a fucking goon anytime you like, though.
Yeah, but I mean, you go to like the 70s. My God, what the fuck were they on back then? They were showing everything. But then I'm saying, what were they on? But maybe why have I regressed? Why am I against it? But this is society as a whole. I mean, we've been pushed. We've been pushed back. Sex ed has been stripped from schools. All of this has been pushed back. And I think to have this discussion, all these layers need to be talked about. And that is why this argument always fucking sucks to have, because you can't just look at this from the lens of would it succeed today? Because I think, unfortunately, we have changed so dramatically in at least the English world, how we view sex and all this stuff in the past 10 years. because of all number of reasons.
So to conclude, Kill la Kill aged well? Or?
Can we just have a "Sir, this is Wendy's" moment?
I know this is a "So we're in a Wendy's" moment, but you can't look at this topic without looking at all of this.
I was literally just like,
No, legitimately. Did Kill la Kill age well?
I don't know, because again, I haven't watched it.
How can you say all that and not have an answer?
Because when was the last time you watched it?
Huh? I probably back in 2018.
I think it's probably aged better than I think, like, my memory serves. Because I can only remember a few scenes. I really don't remember much, but I think it's probably aged pretty well.
I think it's aged fantastically.
Like, I mean, look, it's a trigger anime, and any trigger anime, at least visually, like the animation, sounds, always. Whether the story has,
hype
I'm not sure.
doesn't like.
Hype doesn't age.
Hype doesn't age, and this was one of the most hype shows I've ever seen. Music still bangs, animation's still great because it's Trigger. That just doesn't age, and yeah, it's just a great show, and great action, great show. Peak Trigger.